Welcome to GenFriends. I'm your host, Cheri Hudson Passey from Carolina Girl Genealogy. And as usual, I have this fabulous panel with me tonight. We have got Mary Kircher Roddy from MKR Genealogy. Hi, Mary.
Hi there.
So good to have you. We have Shelley Murphy, our family tree girl. Hey, Shelley.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here tonight.
We've got Earl, our family history guy.
Hello, everybody.
And resident pacemaker as we come. And we've got Laura Hedgecock from Treasure Chest of Memories. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
And last but certainly not least is the archive lady herself. We've got Melissa Barker. Hi, Melissa.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here.
We are gathered here tonight to talk about Relative Race season 9, day 6. I can't believe we're over the hump of day 5. We go into the day with one team having 2 strikes, so everybody's scared for them. We have one team, blue team, gets to use the GPS on day 6 that they won from the day before for coming in first. So that'll be cool to see how that works for them, right? I think one of my favorite things that happened on day 6 was as they were leaving, when Team Red was getting ready to leave her brother, and he gave her the most incredible gift. Anybody want to talk about that gift that he gave?
About the necklace?
Yes.
Yep.
It was
The box that was in her dad's possession for
Yeah.
years and years and years.
The cross.
It was an earring. It was one of his earrings.
Yeah.
And then he made it into a necklace.
Necklace.
Yeah. And then he carried it with him because in hopes that he'd be able to give it to her one day. Oh, that I was gone. That was it. I was like, Tiffany, you were so lucky. That's so cool because now she can carry a piece of her dad, something that is with her, and sometimes I've got my dad's wedding band, and sometimes I'll just, when I'm missing him, I'll just put it on my thumb, because it's big, and wear it, So Mary?
This is my dad's wedding band.
Oh.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to, put it on a necklace so I can wear it. But
that was really a special moment.
That was
it
beautiful.
was because I think it must have been so hard for Tiffany to hear that it was her biological dad that pressured her biological mother
to give her
up. And to find some evidence that he felt remorse for that had to been.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But still, it was very heartbreaking too, because I just felt, as wonderful as her brother is, I just thought that's as close a relation as she's going to meet besides her own children.
Right.
Yep.
And then Angie got some really interesting information about her grandmother. I remember when we went off on day 5, he was talking he was talking about her grandmother, and she said, well, did my grandmother even know that I was making this trip? And they didn't. They kind of left it, and we weren't quite sure. But as she was being shown pictures, she was told that she knew that you were coming, and that she was so excited to meet you, but unfortunately, she passed away just not very long before they were able to start filming the show and get there. So that is really sad, but I think it helped her, and she saw all these pictures. I think it helped her to know that her grandmother knew about her and that she was excited to see her. And I think that really helped a lot. So I'm so glad that she had somebody that was able to tell her that. So I thought that was great. Let's see. And it was so sweet. Team Blue started their day with a prayer, and I just thought that was I thought that was really,
that was good.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm glad that they feel like they can film those moments and share them with us, share them with the audience, and that they're able to do that without any reservation of showing a prayer. I just think that's really wonderful. I think it's really wonderful because I think a lot of shows may have just cut anything like that right out. They wouldn't have even shown it.
It's interesting. Like, she didn't know she had a brother. she knows who her dad is now from, last show.
Rochelle.
you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so her dad is Barry of the four brothers
Right,
that were
right.
in that picture. But her heart just is standing out there when she meets somebody in the family.
She's so sweet.
And the family gestures, connections, and all of that, which was very interesting. But she just got the sweetest personality that comes out, and raised as an only child, and now she's got a brother. Where you can see how close she is with the cousin, per se, on the adopted cousin side. But that connection.
Who found his relative, and that's where they were leaving from, was from her house. And didn't they say she was a pastor? Didn't I hear that? Did I hear that correctly? Or she led some kind of worship, and so that's why she suggested to give their prayer. I thought that was really great.
But the two cousins together really are fascinating, where we got two sister-in-laws, we got husband and wife, got partners going to be married. So it's just really that relationship she's got with that cousin is really good.
And speaking of our engaged couple, go ahead, Laura, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, so many of her relatives have said, now you've got someone to look after you. And you can see Kareem is like,
Kareem's going to go, wait a second, that's my job.
I felt so bad
this
for
isn't something new. She's had me.
Yeah,
exactly.
Then,
it's not like, go ahead.
the brother that said, her brother had said, now you've got a big brother, like, that's the be all and the end all. But then he said to Kareem,
Yes.
you're my family too.
You're my family too. That's right.
Yeah.
But honestly, think about it. If this was you and you had taken care of somebody your whole life, and to hear things like that, you might kind of go, hey, wait a second.
I'm the big brother.
That's my job. That's my job. You can help me do my job. Yeah, we can work
And
together.
for
on
him
it.
to go on this journey with her.
I think it's great. I think
And he's a little
Really?
older too. So,
Okay, were you guys proud of Team Black when they left and they could read the map? They can read the map today.
We gotta give them kudos. They're great.
Yep.
They are cute. It must have been so hard for her to leave her aunt, though. That's
Oh, yeah.
we talked about this before, especially with these real close relationships. It's got to be so hard to leave, but yet in her mind, she was probably, okay, they found her. Maybe
Where's my
next.
mother?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, but you can tell that was really hard. And the pictures, oh my gosh, the pictures, when they were showing the pictures, of her when she was little, and they just all look the same, it was just really sweet. But
What a great ending there with them.
we'll get to the ending in a minute. We'll get to the ending in a minute.
Not that ending. I'm talking about Team Black now.
Oh, I know. We'll get to that in a second. So we don't want to.
Okay.
We don't want to jump ahead of ourselves. So, okay, guys, talk to me about the food fight challenge.
I
don't know
did
how they
not
did
like
it.
that at all. I did not think that was a good challenge.
Oh, but
I loved it.
I was going to say,
I
Dad
knew
loved
you
it.
would.
My kids would love it. My daughter says, Dad only gagged once when he was watching.
I wanted to gag on what they
It
were
was just
doing.
this.
The mustard and the
Yeah.
yogurt.
No.
Oh my gosh. So we had, in case anybody missed it that's watching, they had to make a sandwich and they had to make a parfait, which, Kareem, you need to go get a decent parfait. It's like, I don't
You've
even know.
never had one.
I don't,
You
yeah.
said he's
And
never
so
had
they
one.
were at a table about 10 feet apart, 2 tables, and then they had the ingredients and they had to throw the ingredient to the other person.
Yeah, they had the other person's ingredients. They didn't have their own. Yeah.
They had each other.
Oh, that was so disgusting. And so they would throw it, which, you know what, kids would love that. That really
yeah.
worked in our family reunion game book. It really would. 'Cause kids would love that. But
Oh, yeah. It was messy.
it was
It
messy.
was all over. Then to eat the food.
And they had to eat it. See, it took me a
No,
minute
the
to
eating
go
part I
and
couldn't do.
eat it. Ugh.
So, did anybody else enjoy Team Green's motivational speech to get through the parfait?
Oh God, the
I did.
sister-in-law.
I really did. I thought it was hilarious.
Fabulous.
Like, I'm just trying to motivate her. She's like, eat it.
She goes, but I guess I made her mad.
That just
really
really
got to
sisters
me.
and not sister-in-law.
Exactly. And then Kelly, as she's waiting for Angie to eat, she's starting to clean, put the lid on the man.
Yeah. Cleaning
Such a
up,
mom.
I know.
tidying up a little bit, putting stuff away.
I was dying. She probably was trying to be unseen. Well, I'll just start doing this while you eat. So I was dying laughing. It was
That
so-
was a large parfait. I mean,
Yeah.
It wasn't a
Were they-
McDonald's parfait. And
Were
I've
they the
never
ones
had
that
one
filled
of
the cup
those,
first
but-
and then tossed the full cup?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Team Black tried that.
They tried that.
Okay,
Yeah.
was that
yeah.
'cause how did Team Green get that much yogurt in there? Because that seems like that's an awful lot
have
of
no
yogurt to
idea.
chuck 10 feet, you know?
Yeah.
I know maybe chunking berries would have been, but the chunking berry part was funny.
So Kareem's got mustard in his parfait because he's just scraping off the table and he goes, I'm scraping off my shoes. I'm scraping
I
in.
know. He's on my shoes. Mm.
I was not a fan of that one. Then I thought about the sandwich and I thought, I wonder how many have the yogurt and stuff on. I guess it was meat and stuff with the sandwich. And
So
I like
so
the chicken event
chicken
last
was by
time
far better.
because they look for the chicken. I like that game funnier, better.
Oh gosh, so I guess it just depends on your stomach if you can handle it or not. I think really there's a lot of people that have a lot of fun playing that game, and then others.
Oh yeah.
It would
It was hilarious.
Well, it's hard to predict in that who's going to have an advantage because it's really a strong stomach. So it's not like, this is a big, strong man. And actually, he did have the strong stomach.
Yeah.
But, I felt bad for it. Yeah, I felt bad for Angie trying to get that down.
Yeah, that's probably what cost them
Yeah.
to be
I know,
timed
yeah.
off. And
I
I thought,
yeah.
I hate it whenever it seems like from what we can see
Yeah.
that the challenge is what gets them,
Yeah.
and sometimes
Yeah.
the challenge is either they physically can't do it or
Mhm.
food wise can't do it or
Oh,
whatever. And
yeah.
it's just so hard to see them
Yeah,
go
and
that
it is
like that.
hard. It's hard the way they edit the shows because you don't know. They could have actually
No.
got done first. I mean, we
Correct.
have
That's
no
true.
idea. We have no
I guess,
idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I
they
doubt
were
it too, but I'm just
pretty
saying since I
The
really wish
sister-in-law
they'd
took
done
it though.
Yeah.
She still to her and the cousin. They had the best takeaways on that event,
They're so
Yeah.
they're so fun. I was so excited because for 2 seasons in a row, we had a team going to Rio Rancho and then to Albuquerque because I used to
Right.
live in Albuquerque, just about a mile from the border where Rio Rancho starts. I'm like, oh, they're there again. So you take that freeway, and they're trying to, they get done with the challenge and they're trying to find their relative's house, and I'm going, the mountains are on the east, the volcanoes are on the west.
I bet you were talking to the television.
I was trying to talk to the television. And then if you notice, Team Green went from, they had to go all the way through South Carolina. And I'm like, oh, they were on I-26 and I didn't even know. Wouldn't that be fun if you're out driving one day and you see a relative race car go past you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get in big trouble if you just followed them.
I think that's why the producers don't call you in advance, Sherry. I
Yeah.
think
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. They don't want her to know. Or any of us.
But if I accidentally saw them, it might be tempting.
You're just a
GPS
cyber stalker.
assistant.
You're the real stalker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Sherry's just
Yeah.
a cyber stalker. That's right.
Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. So I guess we should start talking about who they met since we've talked about the challenge. Oh, but I did love Team Blue and their smooth renditions of their musical. How they entertain each other in the car by singing.
They
They're
do.
so funny. They're so funny. I just think that's so cute how they do that. So I just love their camaraderie
Synergy.
with each other, and they're so fun together. I just love watching them. So not that the other teams aren't, it's just everybody does their own little quirky thing in the car.
Yeah.
And so that's always fun to get the little videos of that. Anybody who do you want to start talking about first as far as who met who? Anybody
Well,
got what
since
you
you
want?
talked about being sick, we could, about feeling sick, we could start with Team Black. Because when Leighton met her person
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I feel a little sick."
Oh, yeah, they talked about they were so
Me
nervous
too,
and upset they
but
could
I
both
don't know
be
whether it's
sick.
the parfait or me.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
That was funny.
That's funny. Well, Laura, why don't you tell us who Leighton met?
Leighton.
I feel
when
like
she-
Dan. Tell me who you met. Who was behind that door? The other Dan.
Well, when they drove up, they didn't even have to go inside the building. There was a woman outside. And Leighton said, "I know who you are." And she ran up and hugged her. And I'm like to my husband, who is that?
She did say, "I want confirmation. I know who you are, but I want confirmation."
just want
You
confirmation.
I
wanted
just want to
hear it.
confirm.
Yeah, she wanted to hear it out of her mouth.
And the shorty I thought was so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
her-
cute because both sisters, the twins, are both short where, Leighton's got a little height like her bio
Mhm.
dad,
Yeah.
Yes.
apparently.
And so, yeah, I thought it was a nice little reunion for Leighton. I think, she hugged her mom really tight, and you could see her mom was kind of, I think, uncomfortable probably with the cameras. I'm going to cough, so someone else needs to finish.
Oh,
I agree, Laura. I think
Yeah.
she was uncomfortable. And like you
Yeah.
said, it could have been the cameras, could have been the situation. I mean,
mhm.
I know we talked in the past about we know. I think we pretty much know that it's when they meet in person on camera, it's the first time.
Mhm.
And I think they both. Well, Leighton doesn't know who she's going to meet, but the mother knew
Right.
who was coming. And so and there's all of those fears and all of those questions and everything that comes with it. So
Mhm. Yeah. I was
Nerves.
when she said, "You're tall," and she said, "All of you are tall, like your dad." And my first thought was, excuse me, there are some siblings out there. Because really, you got to watch what they say. You've got to really
oh,
ask
you do.
to what,
And
to
you
what
don't
they
know
say.
what's cut either.
Yeah, you don't
Because there's
Yeah.
only so much time,
right.
know.
And to be honest, we have been told, and it's not a secret, that sometimes they have to refilm things,
Yeah.
because they didn't catch it the first time. And so we don't know if they said the exact same thing that they had said before, and that doesn't really matter. But I did catch that you're all tall. I went, all tall.
Oh, was that
Does
late?
all mean?
Leighton.
But
Yeah.
but I mean, she not only met her mother, but she met someone else.
Yes, she
She
did.
did.
That's included in the all.
Included in the all. Who wants it? Which one of y'all? Which one of y'all want to talk about the all?
She met her little sister
Yes.
on her sister's 10th birthday.
Yeah.
No,
How cool
she's
is
going to
that?
remember that for the rest of her
For
life.
the rest
Yes.
of her life. And the way they look so much alike is just, it's
The
like you're the same
photographs.
person.
Yeah.
You're the same person. They're
Yeah.
just,
I thought it was so funny because the little girl was blindfolded.
Reagan. Mm-hmm.
Reagan.
Yes. And then so she took off her blindfold, and this person she didn't know was sitting there. And Leighton said, "Hi, I'm your sister." And Reagan looked like,
What?
she was just,
Give her a minute.
what's
What? And you're my present? I was expecting. It was so funny when she said
And
this.
I was afraid she was going to be disappointed, and then she gave it up.
But they did ask her if this was her best present, and she says, "Up till now."
For now.
Up to now.
Oh, what else am I getting? Maybe I'm going to get that horse they do live
Right.
in Albuquerque,
That
stuff.
kid had an overload of personality. She was funny.
Yes.
She was so sweet.
What
Very,
was
very cute.
interesting, because of course there was no photos of her prior to her coming. And then when they go through the photos, how much Reagan and Leighton look so much alike,
Oh my gosh, I know.
throughout the ages, because mom wouldn't have known who she was either. She hadn't seen her.
Yeah,
since,
that's true. But I bet you
newborn.
if she saw her walking down the street, she might go, but they were,
But they got
she did get pictures. She did get
did get
pictures through the
pictures.
years. Yeah.
Oh, prior to?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
she even showed Leighton the ultrasound picture, which Yeah.
That was so
There's
sweet.
not a lot of adopted kids that get anything
Yeah.
close to that. You know, they're
Yeah.
lucky if they get a picture when they're a year old, you know.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
I don't
that
even
and
think they were taking them when I were having them.
that
I
was-
never saw one.
So
I'm
I
just
may have,
sitting here thinking, I mean, you know, for me, if I would have been a, you know, like Leighton, and I'm looking and oh my gosh, how cool was
Oh,
that? You
yeah.
know, to
I
see
think
that
that's-
photograph.
Yeah, I think
So.
that's wonderful. So it'll be interesting to see what else they
Yeah.
have in store, because I think there were some hints that, you know, perhaps of people to come. So we'll have to.
I
stay
was
tuned.
kind of confused by something, and then that's probably very easy for me to get confused because I was kind of was watching it and doing something at the same time. But when she's, of course, the mother said that they're all tall like your father.
Mhm.
And then Reagan and Leighton look so much alike, but they're
Mhm.
not, they don't have the same fathers, right?
We don't
I don't think-
know.
We don't know.
We don't
I'm
know.
wondering.
Well, the reason I say that is because I remember them talking about when her mom was pregnant,
Mhm.
and or because her sister was telling, or her
Yeah.
aunt was telling her this, that her father left
Well,
and
he
joined the
Join the
Marines.
Marines, but that
Right.
doesn't mean that they
Yeah, that's
weren't
true.
come
put
back.
together.
He
I
could've
guess
come
I
back.
kind of
Yeah.
thought that meant he left and just
Right.
I thought so too.
And when
Yeah.
you consider that Leighton's what, 24, something like that, and her sister's 10,
10.
And
that's a
That's a-
big gap. And
Yeah.
so he could have come back. They could have gotten back together.
And Reagan's
and
having her 10th birthday, and her father's not there.
that we don't know. I mean, that's
I mean, I don't
the
know.
thing.
And they
I don't
never did
think-
show the guy that was behind Reagan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
Because
They showed
somebody
at one
said
point,
something.
Heavy set boy, guy.
yeah, there
Yeah,
was
but
a
they never
voice
saw his
there.
face, though, I don't think.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was a voice there, a man's voice.
Yeah.
Right
No, I
there.
saw his face once. He was wearing like
Oh.
a black t-shirt.
Mm.
Yes, yes.
See, you got a bunch of genealogists,
I know,
watching the
just
show
wondering.
and trying to get us
Questioning what
clues.
we see.
And
So we
here,
don't know. That's
We're
yeah.
private
That's
investigator wannabes is what we are.
we got Mary for that.
yes.
But she could hang out her shingle as a private detective. She
She
comes up
could.
with so much cool
Because
stuff.
she's good, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's very good. So I guess we got to see, where this leads for Leighton, because I think they gave us some clues.
They gave
Yeah.
us hints.
Yeah, they gave us hints about what's coming up. So, okay, so we've talked about, we haven't talked about Team Red. That I thought it was interesting as they came up. I think Tiffany thought this was her husband's relative because she
I
kind
think
of,
she
I
did,
know.
too.
Why did she not think that was hers?
I don't know.
I think because she knows neither her parents were alive. She's met her brother. So I think she thought, okay, I've been to the apex of who I'm
Oh,
going to
that
meet.
could be your
Right.
Okay.
But if you look
And
at some
then-
of other relatives she's met, they're all light complected and light
And
haired.
blonde.
And this
and light
lady is
color.
and
dark
they have
hair,
those.
dark
Yeah, that's
complected.
true. That's true. But
Yeah.
she
Oh,
has
yeah.
the same
I
eyes.
can go with that.
But her eyes gave it away. And what I loved is this woman, her cousin, was talking about how she does
Genealogy.
Genealogy. She says, I do my own research.
Yes. My own. Well, good for
I like
her,
how she said that.
I
Good
did
for her. And what about the picture? So they were connected through their grandmothers. okay?
Grandmothers were sisters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they share a great grandmother.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that
Yes.
was great grandmothers?
Well,
No, their
well,
grandmothers are
grandmothers were
sisters.
the grandmothers are sisters. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that means their great grandma.
Right.
is
Oh,
their
right.
common
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
What about that covered wagon, guys, that they were living
That was
in?
amazing.
That they lived in. What
Ooh.
a great story.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yes.
What a
good.
And-
great story.
And they have the picture, so it's not just a story. They at least have something to
Yeah.
back it up,
Yeah.
Like I went to school,
Well, I'd like
5
to
miles
know
up
where it
and down
was.
with this in the snow. All those things that our parents tell us. We lived in a covered wagon, but at least they've got the proof, and that's just amazing.
I
to
thought
think
it was
that
great.
a family having to live like that, and you see things like that, and it really puts a lot of things in perspective
It
in your life
does.
and in your ancestors'
does.
life. So I'm glad she had the picture, but the picture of her grandmother, it's like, that's what you're going to look like when you get older, because same eyes, and, just, it's amazing. It's amazing
Mhm.
how those eyes passed down to her and her brother. Just just amazing. There's
Mhm.
no way to deny that they're related because of those eyes. So how fun.
What
for
a
her.
what a unique characteristic, because that's immediately what everybody has made comment on.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And she
they're
has
deep set too.
great.
They're not.
Is
just
she the
glitter,
one with
they're
the
deep
great
set.
grandfather's ears?
yes.
Mhm.
Because
Yes.
her, yeah, because you don't see it on the brother, but it was another generation. I mean, they even look the
Oh, I know.
same
It's
in the
just-
face structure.
it's just amazing. And I'm just glad
It
that
is.
I'm glad that she's getting more answers, that,
Yeah.
that what had to been tough. And so at least there's still more people for her to meet. Laura, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say it's so nice to see how quickly she bonded with her cousin.
Yeah.
And I think it's back to exactly what you were saying. She's still very hungry for more
Mhm.
information, for more roots. But
Mhm.
I did see on the Facebook group, they put a fake beard on her.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Saw
I put it
that.
Next to
I
her
put
brother.
that-
And
Yeah, I put that picture.
Because
in
she
the
made the
blog post
comment that
from
she had
last-
facial hair,
last
they'd
week.
be twins.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
and they are.
If anybody didn't see that, go to last week's blog post, and I put the picture on there. So
Yeah.
you can go see
Oh,
it
okay.
if you didn't see it. So it's on there.
So cute.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to, I guess, have we talked to everybody except for Team Blue?
No, we haven't talked about who Green met.
Well, that's right.
Green.
Yeah,
That's
or
right.
yeah.
Or Blue. Well, let's go ahead and do Blue, and we'll do Green last. So they get out of the car, and this time it's another relative for Rochelle, and it's her brother. So now she finds out she's
Yeah.
got a brother, and I
Got
just
a
think,
brother and a sister,
yeah,
raised as an only child. Yeah.
Yep. And so she is the little sister, and then
Yeah.
the sister that she met is the older one. He was telling her, and then
Yes.
and his name is Keon, and he says, so I'm your big brother, so I get to take care of you.
I
now.
got you. I
Yeah,
love
he's-
that. I got you.
Yeah.
He has kids. He has a daughter who's about a year
Yes.
younger
Yes.
than Rochelle.
Yes.
Just graduated from college.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she said that'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of different
I
families.
was hoping that that the kids would all be at home.
and
she's-
maybe when they go to leave for day 7,
I know
Yeah.
that would
they'll
be
be
cool.
there. Yeah, maybe they will have showed up. So,
Yeah.
but and so she said, now, do we share a mother? And he said, no,
Right.
we share a mother, just the father. And then he was telling her all sorts of things, and she was saying towards the end too that she was glad she met him because he can give her information about her mother. So
Yeah.
obviously
But that
he
wasn't
Because
all
he
really-
knew the mother.
yeah, I
But it
think
wasn't all good information.
yeah. So we'll have to wait and see what.
And he
that-
said he hadn't
yeah.
seen her in 20 years or
Mhm.
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that makes me nervous that maybe she's not going to meet her mom, but
Yeah.
relative they've got good researchers. So if she's out there, and
That's why I think that who is it that they told her that she would not probably see her meet her
Angie.
father, but I'm
Right.
just holding out hope that they're going
That
to.
was what Red Team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
No, it was
no, it's Green Team. It's
Angie.
Angie on Green Team.
Yeah.
Angie on
Green.
Green Team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well,
that
yeah.
was with her uncle.
Yeah, her uncle.
Bart?
So,
Yeah, Uncle Bart, yeah.
Yeah,
Bart,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it last year, last season, the blue team was told that he wasn't going to meet his father, and his father had a change of heart. And
Change
Yeah.
of heart. Yeah. So
See the one
Oh,
that came in on the motorcycle?
yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder.
And we still have a chance that we'll talk
Yeah.
about how, but there's still a chance that we'll get to see it.
Yeah, this is true. This is absolutely true. I wonder if what happens when those cases is somebody from day 1, day 2, day 3, whatever, gets in touch with them and says, look, we just did this. It was fabulous. Maybe they send them some outtakes. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if
Mm.
they
That's
try
a
to
great
convince them.
suggestion too. I
Yeah.
hope relative races
And
will
just
be
say-
listening.
I mean, I don't know
Because
how
you-
they have people change their minds, but
They have people smarter than us to do that. We can
Right.
take care of this other stuff and let them come.
not smarter than Mary, though.
No, sort of
No.
No, oh, I wasn't including Mary on that. No, are you kidding? Come on.
You just know more.
I still think that we
The
should all
next
get t-shirts.
generations.
I think we should get
Going-
t-shirts that
coming
says I've been
forward, not
married.
going back.
Right?
Exactly. And for anybody that hasn't popped in before, Mary is a fabulous researcher, and she will see things on genealogy TV shows, and she just goes off and starts researching. So if they show or say anything about one of the team's family members, she's got it researched, and she will tell us before the show airs where they're going to go and meet the parent, meet the whoever it might be.
Show me a death certificate.
Yeah.
Show me a death
So, and
certificate. It's like throwing a piece of raw meat at a
At a genealogist.
Yeah,
at a wolf.
true.
Yeah.
So she
There is
loves
probably
to-
something to that. I'm sure that some of the rest of you could do good too. It's just you don't have as much of an obsession.
We all
Well, Mary, I commend you.
Yes, I think it's
appreciate
awesome.
What
We
you
do.
do, absolutely.
We all do. We're all jealous. So
Well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
think about it. When we as a group, if we need help with something, who do we go to? We go
Hey,
to
Mary,
Hey,
we're
This
going by
weekend,
Mary.
this weekend, I asked, she helped me find my mother-in-law in the 1950 census. So
Well, Grand Rapids Michigan is giving me a fit with the 1950s.
All right, let's get back. Let's get
Yeah,
back. to
sorry.
solid race. That's okay. Let's
You started it.
let's finish up with Team Green and her relative, and she met her brother.
met her brother.
And
Yeah.
man, did they ever look alike? I mean,
Yes.
Mhm.
No
Definitely.
denying that. No denying that. And what I loved was he knew about her.
yeah,
He knew, even though he was the younger brother by several couple of years, he knew he'd grown up knowing that his mother had to place her for adoption, and he knew why, her circumstances. And he even said, I was raised with her, but it was very hard for us. So we always
It was
hoped that
very hard.
you had a better life. And of course,
Mhm.
she said to him, I did. I had a really good life.
Mm-hmm.
And and she was grateful that he had a good life despite the circumstances that he grew up in. So I
I really like that he was so forthright with her. She asked,
Mhm.
did you look for me? And he said, I didn't know how.
Yeah, I was a kid.
Instead of, he could have said anything, but he told, he was like really forthright. Like it was a closed adoption. I didn't even
Mhm.
have a place to start.
But he didn't even know what that meant per se, too,
Mhm.
in some aspect. I think
Yeah.
that's another show topic, that we have children that know there's another child in their family, because they're all responses are a little different,
Mhm.
but they
Yeah.
get knowledge of another sibling out there. And
That's got
how
to
do you
be hard,
process
yeah.
that?
That's
That's
got
a
to
really
be
good point.
hard. Yeah. That
You
is a
know,
really
the
good point.
process is different. Someone's left out there. I grew up with 4 brothers, and if I knew there was another one out there,
Yeah.
I'd be like Miss Mary, just be obsessed in the fact, to be
Yeah.
able to find that connection,
Yeah.
or that they're missing the connection,
Right.
or
Right.
something. I
Exactly.
don't know how to process, because I've
Well,
always
maybe-
had everybody around me.
Maybe at
you know.
some
Yeah.
point, we could get one of those siblings to come on with that, with one of the teams and talk to us about that, because we've never done that before. If anybody would
That's
be
a
Yeah.
good idea.
So
Yeah.
maybe we can do
Because
that.
it's very true that there are a lot of states that have
Yeah.
their adoption records closed. Tennessee is one of those.
Mhm.
I work as an archivist, and I have adoption records in my archives, but they have to be sealed and put away, and no one is allowed to look at them
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
there a time?
unless we have a court order
Mhm.
Right.
that has released them. And I'm talking about adoption records that go back to the 1800s and early 1900s.
Wow.
Not even those. Even if everybody's dead and gone,
Wow.
they're still closed.
That's the
Yeah.
way
When we went-
California is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we went to in Utah, when we went to this church history thing, and they were telling us Utah law says they have to destroy adoption records after 100 years.
Oh, wow.
They, even after everybody's coming, they have no
Gone.
choice. That is the law.
That's
Or
the
it
law.
was 5
Very
years ago.
interesting. Very,
So
very-
yeah, every state is different, and what's
Mhm.
out there is,
Yeah.
I guess what's out there is DNA.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's why I say the feelings, because so many are into the DNA right now, and then they're finding a sibling and this gap in
Right.
people's lives. And
Yeah.
I think it's time for a conversation to come out about that, to help especially us as researchers, when we find something like that, how do you, what's your role?
Mhm.
Or somebody's not your sibling,
And
or
this
whatever.
is the whole premise of relative race. That's how these people are found. It's through DNA. It's
Through DNA.
and records as well. They have to still
Sure.
back everything up with the paper trail as well too. So we've got our teams. They finally made it to their and didn't you love that Team Green got to go out on the boat and see the dolphins?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, I loved that. I yeah. If you ever get a
Savannah's
chance,
a gorgeous city.
Yes.
It's good that
Yeah.
they had that.
yeah, if you ever get a chance to do something like that, do it. It's incredible. Anyway, so we get to the results. And the first thing the other Dan asks Team Black is, where's
Where is
the chicken?
There's the chicken.
I was thinking that the whole way. Where's the chicken? What did they?
Yeah.
Please don't tell me that they broke that chicken or threw that chicken
They
away or
did break
something.
that chicken.
Well,
They
I mean,
did.
but so badly that they, threw them away. But they said, no. The chicken will
An appearance.
make an appearance again. They said they were trying to figure out how to tie him onto the
To the antenna, yeah.
car. I don't think that's gonna work. They need to just, I don't know, but that's not gonna work. They're gonna lose the chicken is
They're
what's
gonna
gonna
lose the
happen. So
chicken.
I just thought that was hysterical. That was the first question that he asked.
They should have it coming back, out of the hatch in the back, just the chicken.
There you go. That was good.
And then they show the clip of the chicken out the window and
Yeah.
down the
Yeah.
road.
So funny, so funny. So I can't wait to see the chicken again. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that chicken. So we've got a mini story within a story. We've got the chicken. So anyway, so we get to results, and we're all on pins and needles.
Yeah.
No, we really are. And now who comes in first on day 6 gets that 5-minute call.
video
They get
call.
to-
A
Yeah.
video call, that's right.
Yeah. Now, okay, so Team Blue wins it, and that's wonderful and great. But I don't know, does Cream have children? I don't
Which one?
know, because I was hoping that whoever won it had children so they could talk to their kids.
Well, maybe they can talk to their other family members.
But I
or
know,
whatever.
and that's just as important. But I just kind
Their
of
adopted, their parents, the adopted
Yeah.
parents.
sure they could talk to parents and let them
Or
know
maybe
what they
some
want,
family
right?
member that they've met.
See, true. I was wondering because he said anybody.
Anybody.
So that will be interesting to see. who
Yeah.
Especially if
decides.
I still had questions.
Yeah.
Exactly. I couldn't wait till I get to go back and see you again. I forgot to ask you this. That would be really cool. So when it came down to it, unfortunately,
Well, but
Team-
who came in second? Second
came in
was
second
Black
was
team.
Black.
Black.
And then we
Right.
had that going on between
And-
Team Red and Team Green.
Right. and Team
And-
Red got to number 3 and
So
number
they got
4
3.
was Green.
4 was Green. And I was so nervous because they had not said a thing about a golden ticket at all this season.
Oh, that's
Not-
right. Yeah.
I think they
Yeah.
had not mentioned it. And I thought, are you kidding me? They're not going to do the golden ticket. No.
Give them one more.
Then Dan said, your race for the 5,000 or 500,000 is over.
50,000.
50,000.
Sorry, see, I'm giving them less and then I'm giving them more. 50,000. Anyway,
It's a $500,000.
yeah.
Just
Just
don't
bump it
tell
up.
Dan.
I
Don't
vote
tell
for
Dan.
you,
We'll
Let's
let
bump
him
it
know.
up to $1 million. So can we do
Yeah.
that? So
I
anyway.
vote for you, Cheri.
Anyway, so he said that, the race for the money is over, but because of
Yep.
the golden ticket that's
Wow.
in your backpack. So that means all the other
And I
teams-
think he said in everyone's
in
backpack.
everyone's
Yeah.
backpack. So that
Yeah.
means, if anybody else happens to get the third strike, and depending on what day it is, I mean, if they get the third strike on day 9, it's not gonna, there's no relative. And so they're just
Right.
done. And so it's not
So
like they're gonna get to go to day
Who
10.
who else has who has 2 strikes of the teams left?
Nobody.
Nobody. They all have one strike.
Nobody does.
Nobody.
So-
So I think theoretically now they could all 3 go to day 10, can't they?
Yeah, as long as nobody gets 2 strikes. So if
Right.
each of the remaining 3 teams only gets 1 strike,
Yeah.
so if they rotate who gets the strike, all
Yeah.
3 teams go to the
All
final.
3 teams.
And then
Oh.
isn't Black the only team without any?
No, Black.
No,
they
got-
They've all-
Everybody's
all
got one. Okay.
now.
Yeah, they all have 1 strike. So,
Yeah.
Everybody's got one.
so if they
Yeah.
just decide that somebody's just whoever, they're just going to rotate who comes in last, they could all go to the final.
Yeah.
It's not very good gameplay for the whatever amount Cheri wants the money to be. It's really, you know, the $5 million prize that Sherry's promising.
I'll
Out of her
vote for you
pocket,
in the next
nonetheless. Her own
election,
pocket, the
Cheri.
goodness of her heart. She's pitching in the extra,
Oh, yeah.
$4.9 million to
I'll sell
But
my
it was
castle
sad.
in
It's sad to see
Scotland.
Green
It
go.
was sad to see them go, but
Yeah.
this is a competition,
Yeah. But they've got.
That's why I
they've got
think
one
she's
more
going to
day.
meet her
Yeah.
father or mother, or
I
forget who.
hope she's gonna meet somebody. They say her
I
dad's
hope
off the
so.
grid, but
And they
I know.
did say there are people waiting to meet you. So
Yes.
it kind of
always.
blew it up pretty big.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Yeah, I hope so.
it would be.
Yeah,
I
hoping they
think they
move
should.
everybody.
Yeah,
for
that's
that
what I was gonna
little
say.
change.
That would be a good tradition is from now on, because every time people are saying, but do they get to meet the other people? And we know that they
Yeah,
do
we
give
know
them
they
the
do.
information, but we want to see them meet each other. So
So
that's
last
what should
year,
happen.
the twins said they didn't get further information.
They
Oh.
always give them the information they can.
They give it.
Yeah, they give them the information they can give them. They may have had some stuff that wasn't going to make the show because somebody was off the grid or because somebody said, please don't share
No,
the
yeah.
information.
So
Yeah.
theoretically,
Mm-hmm.
if one of the teams next week obviously isn't going to get a strike, right? So next
Mhm.
week's week 7, they're
Mhm.
then guaranteed to see all of their relatives.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
that golden ticket becomes
Yeah.
essentially useless for them.
Yeah.
Would they,
Correct.
could they transfer that golden ticket to Team Green and allow them to see another relative?
Oh,
Or is
that
it
would
like-
be cool.
Ooh.
Ah,
Are the golden
Are you
are
listening,
tickets
Dan? Are you
color-coded?
listening?
Yeah, other Dan. I'm
Yes,
bringing it.
that's what
I
I'm
think the
talking
series
about.
Real
is-
Great
Dan, please
idea.
stand up.
Let's put that out there in the stratosphere and see if it
Yeah,
flies.
yeah, Dan.
Yeah.
Okay,
problem
but it's
is
gonna
they've already
fly for next
filmed-
Right,
season.
the
It's
show's
they
gonna be-
over.
refilmed
I
it.
know.
But they
Yeah,
can
but
do
it'd be
that.
good for next season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially since next season will be season 10. They need to do all sorts of crazy things
Oh,
to
yeah.
celebrate.
Yeah, they need to have like one of us accompany them so we can like explain the charts as we go. Like whatever team gets Mary is going to win. I mean, obviously.
All
but,
right.
like,
Exactly.
like, I already know who
Exactly.
we're seeing next. If you want to know, I'll tell. You know?
I can see me with my team. I'll be on the phone. Mary, I don't get
Yeah,
this.
no, exactly. Who'd you call it, Mary?
We're going to Newark. We're seeing your mother. She lives in Newark. For me.
Oh,
You
man.
guys are a riot.
We love you, Mary. You know that, right?
Yes.
And I can
You're
be
on
this
my
way around
team
you guys.
anytime, Mary.
You guys get it, but and there's be a lot of people that just think it's so
Well, a lot
really
of-
weird.
Yeah, no. I think a lot of people that watch GenFriends are going to get it because a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of people that watch
yeah.
We're all the same kind of weird.
Yeah,
We
we're all
are.
the same,
We are.
yeah, the same kind of weird. So, gosh, day 7, we're getting
Yeah.
close.
We're getting
close.
This
These
is
seasons,
fast.
these days go so fast.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh, it's going
Yeah.
No,
fast.
I kind of wanted them to have like already just released the rest of them. Like usually at the end of an episode, I'm like, okay, I've got like another week. Like this one, I didn't want there to be a whole week. Like I just wanted it to be like,
Yeah.
let's just
Yeah,
release it.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. And there are people that just will watch it like that because they don't want to have to wait. But then you got to wait till
Yeah, you gotta wait 10 weeks.
Yeah, social media and stuff to.
Well,
you know,
there's no
depending on-
commercials when you play it back too.
There's no commercials
no.
on.
Yeah, there's
No
none.
commercials when you watch it live.
Yep, none, which I think is
Right.
really great. Anybody
Laura.
else got anything else to say about the show before we end? I'm excited. Anybody got predictions for Team Green? I think she's going to meet her mom. I don't think they can. If there's any way possible, I cannot imagine they would not have Angie meet
Right.
her mom.
And if
think
Leighton
it's
doesn't
about-
hurry up and meet her
I
dad.
want Leighton to see
Exactly.
I
Daddy.
know.
Yep, and
I
any
want
other
Leighton
siblings.
to meet Daddy, and I
Yep.
want him to take his shirt off.
Hey,
Oh, for the
hey,
tattoo.
what kind of show
No.
is this, Shelley? My goodness.
No, the tattoo. You guys know what every one of you know what I'm talking about.
I
Remember?
didn't
Goodness,
think of it at
you
first.
combine Mary and Shelley, and it's like you guys are going to prison. Like Mary knows where the guy lives. You're just like, take your shirt off.
For the viewers, if you missed it, on the first or second episode,
Yes.
the dad, Leighton's father, tattooed her name across his shoulders.
That's
And
right.
that brought me to tears.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I wonder one thing about him though. I wonder because you know he corresponded when she was a baby. She put the
Mhm.
tattoo on him, and
Mhm.
you know, I mean, don't you? I halfway think that he's just sitting, waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
When's is
Yeah.
it my day? When's it
Yeah.
my day?
Oh, I
You know,
think
maybe
so.
not. Maybe over the years. I don't know.
I
I'm just
doubt it.
thinking.
No,
he can't wait
I
either.
think you're right.
I think you're
he's-
right. And that is
I think
going to
he's
be
going
quite
crazy that
the
he has to
reunion.
wait.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be quite the reunion. And then as far as Tiffany goes, I just want her to keep finding information out about her family.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know who
Yeah.
is out there for her, but I just want her to continue this journey and find out as much as possible, you know, so.
And then Team Blue's got to meet her
Oh,
father.
her dad.
Oh, he's
and
coming
perhaps-
up anytime.
And perhaps her mom, perhaps her mom.
And
you
perhaps
know,
her mom,
Perhaps
yeah.
her mom. So anyway, we still got some good
All
good
right.
things in store as we're getting towards the end. And I want to thank my wonderful panel for coming and talking about relative race. We are a little obsessed and you know
Just a little bit.
just a little, and we appreciate you watching, and we
Isn't that
appreciate
what Reagan said?
a little bit. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate the team members when they watch and answer our questions. We love that. So we appreciate you doing that for us. Is when we get our crazy questions, you let us know. And some things we can tell you and some things we can't, right? So or else we have to take you out somewhere, and, right? So we can't give you all the show's secrets, but we really appreciate any comments that we get. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and don't miss another episode of Gen Friends. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.